Karen. We're going to do a video today all about opposites. So, I'm Francine and that's Karen. Just kidding. I'm Karen and that's Francine. And we're going to show you what the word opposite means. Francine's going to sit in the big chair and I'm going to sit in the little chair.
Alright, so we're going to start first with an opposite. So we're hard or soft. So Karen is going to pick something out of the blue bin that is hard. Oh, this vase is hard. Very hard. And let's see if I can find something in my bin that's soft. Oh, it's like a big pom-pom and it's very soft. Because when you hit this, you can't hear it. But when Karen hits that, you can hear it. So that's an opposite. They're different. Hard and soft. So here's another one we're going to do. We're going to do big or little. And before we stick something in there, Karen and I are going to stand up. Whoa. So Karen's big, because she's bigger than I am, and I'm little, I'm short. Or we can say tall and short.
Tall has never been a word that's been used to describe me.
Oh.
Now it's going to be big or little.
Well, let's see. Look at this cute little hungry caterpillar. He's so little. Let's see if I have something in my bin that's big. Whoa, that's a big giant caterpillar. Look at when we hold him up. Big, little. There we go. Next one we're going to do is heavy or light. Karen's going to find something that is heavy.
I use my muscles for this.
Oh, a big heavy rock. That's very heavy, very heavy. Let's see if I can find something in here that's light. Oh, my little stuffy, my little stuffed animal. He's very light. I can throw him up. Very light.
I'm not throwing the rock. It will hurt all of my toe.
So there's heavy and light. And the last one I have, I'm not sure if I have a picture for it.
I think it's one that we already did, big and
We'll
little.
do it again, that's right. Another big or little.
Or tall and short too, because this is little.
Oh, look at that one. That's very big. Tall. See the difference? One is short, one is tall. So that gives you an idea of sort of what opposites are. They're different. Like I said, big, little, tall, short, hard, soft. And our chairs are hard. And my little things on my shirt are nice and soft. So that sort of gives you an idea of what our week of opposites is going to be about.
So now we're going to do some fun experiments so we can show you more opposites. Hi everybody, so now we're going to talk about the opposites of hot and cold. So we have a couple of different experiments, but the first one we're going to do is called an underwater volcano. So I have my base here. Remember we used this earlier about our hard things. And it is full, about 3/4 of the way with cold water. So when you touch this water, you might go brr, because it's cold. And then I have another cup that I'm going to put 2 rocks in, because we want this cup to be heavy, not light. We want it heavy so it sinks to the bottom. And then we're going to put our hot water. So this is, ouch, hot. I'm going to put the hot water in here. Fill this cup right up. Oh, do you see the steam because it's so hot? And then we don't want it to cool down too much, but I'm going to put a little bit of food coloring so that you can see. So I'm using yellow and red. What do you think we might get? Can you guess? What color this might make? Ooh, let's have a little bit more yellow. It's making an orange color. So this is warm. So watch carefully what happens when I put the hot water in the cold water. Ready? Can you see all the orange coming out? It's kind of like a volcano. And all the cold water is starting to turn orange as well. And this is because hot air and hot water likes to rise, it likes to go up high. So when it got surrounded by the cold, all the hot got pushed up and it made it like a volcano. What about other things we could do to show hot and cold? So now we're going to try a different experiment with hot and cold. So I have these sugar cubes. So these are hard little cubes that are like your sugar that you might use for baking, but pressed into a cube. So we're going to see what happens when we dissolve them. So I'm putting 5 in each one. So can you count with me as we put them in this cup? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each cup has the same amount of sugar cubes in it. Now, lots of people use sugar cubes to put in their coffee or their tea, and usually your coffee or tea is hot, like it comes out of my kettle. But what we're going to start with is to see what happens when we use cold water. So this is cold, it came right out of the fridge. I'm going to pour it into this cup, and then we're going to stir it and see what happens. So normally what we want to happen with our sugar cubes is for them to dissolve. So you can see it's dissolving just a little bit, and dissolve means that these sugar cubes are going to break up a little bit. So see when I stir it, they're breaking up because the water is making the cube softer. It's not happening very fast. That water is very, very cloudy. So let's see what happens when I use hot water and see if it dissolves faster, turns back into its powder faster. Oh, look it, even while I'm pouring it, they're breaking down into their cubes. I haven't even stirred it yet. Can you see in there? Woo, I guess we won't tip it that much. There's like nothing, I haven't even stirred it and the cubes are almost gone and it's clear. It's because in the hot water, it makes it dissolve faster. And 3 little stirs, and look at the difference in the watercolor. This still has lots of sugar in the bottom because it's having a very hard time dissolving in that water because it's so cold. But in our hot water, it's completely gone. And this water would taste very sweet if I were to drink it, but it's hot, so I'm going to let it cool off.
Okay, next we're going to do another experiment with water, and it's about opposites as well. So it's about whether things will sink. See how the key is at the bottom of the water, or if things will float. This little rubber ducky is on the top of the water. So in front of me, I have a bin full of water, and I have some items behind it. So we're going to start. I'm going to start with this big spoon. Now this is also a hard spoon. So I'm wondering, do you think it will sink, or do you think it will float? Well, let's find out. Let's see. Oh, what happened? It sunk to the bottom. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take it out. And it sunk to the bottom. So that sank. Now let's see. I have a little spoon. It's a red spoon and it's light. So it's not really, it's hard, but it's a lot lighter than that big heavy one I have. So let's see what happens. Sink or float? At home, what do you think it's going to do? Can you guess? Look at that, it floated right on top of the water because it's light. That other spoon was heavy, this is light, so it floated to the top. Now let's see. Oh, I have my little farmer friend here, and he's pretty hard, pretty heavy, so we'll see. It's a little toy, and it goes in our playhouse here, so we'll see, does it sink or float? Friends at home, what do you think? Let's find out. Whoa! He sunk right to the bottom, the little farmer. We're going to get him out of there quick. So he sank, so we're going to put him on our little sink sign. Now, here's something that's fun to do. You can blow it up. I'm not going to blow it up right now, but it's pretty light. It's a balloon. So again, do you think it will sink or is it going to float? Let's find out. And it floats as well, right on the top of the water. So we're going to put it over here on the sink. Now I have a little cup. It's glass, it's hard. but it's small. What do you think? Will it sink or will it float? Well, look at that. It is floating. Now, this is the tricky part. It's floating right now. Now I'm going to fill it up with water. And what happens to it now? It's sunk. So this is very interesting. This glass, when it's empty, sinks, so it would go on that side. When it's full, it can go on that side. So we'll put them right in the middle. Now here's something. Rubber ducky, what do you think? Will it sink or will it float? What do my friends guess at home? Let's see if you're correct. Oh, he's a floater. We're going to put him over here, right there. Now here's something too. Let's see. We had some rocks. Now Karen used some rocks before in another experiment. And I have a little rock and a big rock. Two opposites. Let's see. Sink or float. What do you think? Oh, you can hear it drop to the bottom. Oh, that really dropped to the bottom. So, there we go. So that's sunk. And we'll do one more. I have a little key. A little ring. Sink or float? What do you think? And it dropped to the bottom. So it's another sink. So this is a fun game you can do at home. You can check all around your house. In your kitchen, there's lots of fun items in the kitchen. In your bathroom, you can find some things. I found a little scrunchie for your shower. And he's floating right now, but maybe if he got really wet, if the water was higher, I think he's sinking. You can see if you have any play utensils at home or real utensils, or you can go outside around your house and see if you can find some things. If you have a big pool in the backyard, like a little play pool, you can find some things in your big pool and see if they sink or float. It's a lot of fun things to do, and it'll be fun to find out what happens.
Okay, so for our last little experiment about our opposites, we have a fun little game, magnetic or not magnetic. So when something is magnetic, it sticks to metal. So I'm going to show you, I have this special magnet here, and we're going to see if it sticks to the pan. You see how it does it? Watch what happens. It's stuck because it's magnetic. And if you have toy trains at home, sometimes they have the magnets on either end, and you'll notice that sometimes when you put them, they go together like that. But sometimes they push against each other unless you turn it the right way around. I bet that happens lots with your trains. So I have a little basket of goodies here. And we're going to try them on here and with my magnets to see if they're magnetic or not magnetic. And maybe you can guess when we do this if you think they will be or they won't be. So I have this, this one's very magnetic. It keeps sticking to the sheet. I have this little banana. It's plastic. It's kind of hard. We're going to see. I'm going to put it on here on our sheet. And I'm going to use this magnet, and if it's magnetic, it'll pick it right up. That one's not magnetic. But what if I use, what else we got in here? Oh, look at this little paper clip. If I put it on our sheet, can you see it? I'm going to use my magnet, and watch what happens. Did you see that? It jumped right off the sheet. That means it is magnetic because it sticks to my magnet and it doesn't come off. So I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to show you something very cool with that at the end. So now I have, a couple of elastics. Used to tie up, wrap up things. Do you think that they're going to be magnetic or not magnetic? Let's give it a try. See if they jump off like the other thing did. Oh, look what that one did. It's stuck on there, but it's not magnetic because it doesn't stick to my magnet. So we're going to put that over here in our not magnetic pile. I found a pair of scissors that my friends use when they come here to do craft. Let's see what happens with our magnet. I'm going to use this one this time. Do you think it's going to pick it up? Look at that. It's almost like magic. Holds it right up in the air. This part's magnetic. What happens if we do this part where it's rubber or plastic? Do you think it'll pick it up? Look at. So one side is magnetic. It's trying to stick to the cookie sheet. One side's magnetic, but the other side is not. So I think we'll put them on the sheet like this to show you that this side isn't magnetic, but this side is. All right, I've got one more thing and then I want to show you a cool trick. So here's a pencil. And the pencil's on the sheet, and I'm going to try and pick up the pencil. Nope. I wonder if this little piece of metal down here is magnetic. Oh, not even that one, so it's a different kind of metal that's not magnetic. So we're going to put this in the not magnetic pile. And I have in here, where did he go? This little screw. And he's magnetic. Watch. He sticks to my magnet. Doesn't fall off. And I'm going to put him on this metal sheet. And I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to use this magnet because it's a little bit easier to do it under. I'm going to lift the sheet up a bit. And I'm going to put that, ooh, it really sticks to the sheet. So now my magnet, you can see, is on the same spot as my screw. So if I move my magnet around, is it going to make, I think our sheet's too thick. So when I remove my magnet, what happens? Watch. It's not magnet anymore. If you have one that's a little bit thinner, you could make it move around with that. But that's pretty cool. So I wonder what kinds of things you could find in your house that you could do an experiment with to see if they're magnetic or not magnetic. And if you don't have a magnet like this, sometimes you have nice big ones on your refrigerator that you could use, the ones that hold up papers and all your pretty pictures. And you could use those to see if it's magnetic or not magnetic.
Okay, so next we're going to talk about some different kinds of opposites. So I have a tunnel here, and right now I'm in front of the tunnel. Next I'm behind the tunnel, and can you see me? And then I'm on the right side of the tunnel. And then I'm on the left side of the tunnel, and I'm outside of this tunnel, and you know what? Karen is inside of the tunnel.
And here's some more opposites. Right now I am down, Francine is up. I am below Francine, and Francine is above me. And now Francine is going to go in the slide. There she goes. And I came out. Okay, now we're going to play a game about opposites. So we have our little basket here, and it's got some slips of paper in it with instructions. So Francine's going to start. She's going to pick an instruction, and she's going to follow it, and then I'm going to do the opposite.
So the first one I have, it says sit down. So I'm going to sit. I'm sitting down.
And I'm doing the opposite. I am standing up. All right, I'm going to grab the next one and see what it says. Oh, this one says, whisper your name.
Now, what's the opposite of whisper? I'm going to shout my name. Francine!
Okay, now it's Francine's turn to pick one.
I'm going to reach up to the sky. Stretching way up, so she's up.
What should I do? Oh, I'm going to reach all the way down to the ground.
the opposite, and that's clapping my hands quietly. Can you hear that? Probably not. So that's all our game about opposites. Hi, so Karen and I are going to do some songs that sing about opposites. So we're going to start with the shaker song. You ready, Karen?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Shake your shakers in the air. Shake it here, shake it there. Shake your shakers in the air. Shake your shakers. Shake it high and shake it low. Shake it yes, shake it no. Shake it high and shake it low. Shake your shakers. Shake it up and shake it down. Shake your shakers on the ground. Shake it up and shake it down. Shake your shakers. Shake it near and shake it far. Drive your shaker like a car. Shake it near and shake it far. Shake your shakers. Shake it fast and shake it slow. Shake it stop and shake it go. Shake it fast and shake it slow. Shake your shakers. So the next little song we're going to do is Roly Poly. You ready? Roly poly, roly poly, up, 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 up. Roly, roly poly, roly, roly poly, down, 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 down. Roly poly, roly poly, out, in. Roly, roly poly, roly, roly poly, out, 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 out. Roly poly, roly poly, fast, 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 fast. Roly, roly poly, roly, roly poly, slow, 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 slow. Okay, so the next little song we're going to do is called the elevator song. And I'm going to use my body to do the actions.
And I'm going to show you how you can do it with your babies.
Ready? Ready? Oh, the city is great, oh, the city is grand. There's a whole lot of people and a little piece of land, and we live way up on the 57th floor. And this is what we do when we go out the door. Take the elevator up, take the elevator down. Take the elevator up, take the elevator down. Take the elevator up, take the elevator down. And we turn around